Hello everyone, here's Joy, your favorite Polish mad lad. So today in this episode we're gonna do some game loops. We're gonna do some simple things where we are starting the game based on the number of players that have been joining the game. And yeah, so at the top the blue team, at the bottom the red team. They are two of them blue because they, know each other, but so let's here start this little preview what we did. So as a player you can go kill your enemies like normal, and yeah, if you kill your enemies as a player, here I demonstrate it to you. Yeah. Okay, nice. So the player is dead, the round ends. Yeah, it's basically it. So you can see that the here we have the weapons ammo that is not regenerated correctly, but you don't have to be mad at it. So we're gonna correct it in the next episode, but you can see that energy is recharged correctly and etc. So yeah, basically game loop at its finest. So yeah, have a nice episode and see you in the episode. Okay, so let's start this episode by doing some creating some new event that will be only owner, like so, and here we're gonna name it set walls event, like so, and here we're gonna add a variable that will be named set, and this will be a boolean, like so. Yay. Okay, so go now to game mode and let's add 3 new variables, 2 integers, like so. And they will be named 80 points, and the other one TT point, and the last one it will be a float that will be named timer. No compression, you can if you want. I personally don't go on this, so sorry. Okay, so what we are going to do now, we're gonna head to our game controller in here, and we're gonna add some new things. So first we're gonna add variables like this, and first variable is the game phase. Game phase will help us to know at which point in the game we are. So pretty simple. It will be composed of this 7 phases. So first is when we are waiting for players. The second one is just after we have the correct player amount. We're gonna start a little countdown that will be of 10 seconds, and that will be starting the game. Then we have a start of a round that will be 10 seconds, and during this 10 seconds we will simply have a player buying guns, and then we're gonna have the AT defending phase. AT is simply when the counter-terrorists are preventing from the planting the bomb, the terrorist. Sorry. So yeah, counter-terrorist is simply defend and terrorist attacks, and the TT planted phase is when they TT have planted the bomb. So now we want CT to defuse, or either of the two teams to get to have no player. And of course so this phase can end by deathmatch, or completing an objective by timer, and simply the end round is a little countdown of 10 seconds that will say to us that we have finished the round, and now we can get some weapons that are on the floor or anything. So yeah, and of course we will have a end game that will help us later. Let's first begin by adding some callbacks to no, let's simply start by adding a start function in which we will get the walls. So it will be the object that will handle all walls that we will show and hide in order to make sure that players are inside and etc. And we will have the callbacks as followed here to update the points and the timer on the players. Next we will have a function that will be named as followed: set walls and on event set walls. So the first one will simply send the event to everyone, and the second one will simply read it. So if it will activate the walls that are in the wall object as child. So yeah, like this. So yeah, pretty simple. And now we will have two new functions that we will add in here. So this will simply help us to update the interface, and this one will help us to know if we are at the end of the game or not in here. And this is based on the update of the points, like so. So now let's update our function of alive players. Because it's a function that we already have in our game. So in here, let's update this and let's check what is inside. So now we get a list of our players, and as a owner we will count the number of players in each team. In each team. So here we gonna check. We gonna simply assume that the round winner is none at this point, and if you are in the city defending phase, we're gonna check if the city are there is no more city. So this means that all city was killed, so TT has won this round, and so we will set a point for TT. We will create a tech event in 10 seconds. We're gonna update the timer of every player, and we're gonna say that we are at the end of the round, and we're gonna set the winner as TT. Same for the count of TT. If all cities has killed the TTs, this means that cities won, and we do the same. When we are waiting for players here, we're gonna just simply respawn instantly every player, because simply this will simplify the beginning of our game. So we don't have any timer or whatever we want to have. So yeah, so this is pretty so now let's add a new function that will be named update game state. So update game state will be called each time we want to update the game state based on the parameters that we have. So mainly we will update every time the game state when we are in the wait for player, because we will just simply list player at certain moments, and based on that we gonna just simply update everyone based on the game state. So here, if we are at the player count target, this means that every player have spawned and everyone is here, so we can start the game. Simple as that. Here we're gonna have the current phase that we gonna set to starting. So as I said, this will give a 10 seconds cooldown that will help start the game. Of course, we update the timer and the game phase to everyone. So we do nothing at the starting, and so let's continue and let's simply retrace everything. So let's add a new function now that will be an update function here, And so now, if we are at the starting phase, like here, we're gonna go to our update, and in our update, if we are in the case of starting, we're gonna check the event time. So here it's set by the server time +10. So this means that if the server event is shorter than the server time, this means that we have the server time has accessed the event. So this means that we will execute the following thing now. So we will list every player in here. We will respawn every player, so we will do a round reset on every one of them. We will create a new event at the next phase, which will be simply the start round. And here we're gonna just update the state. So now we're gonna go to start round in here. So if we call the game state at this point, we're gonna simply put the wall as true, so they will be visible and no player can leave the spawn at this point. Then we will remove every drop that is on the ground, so everything that have been on the ground, so every drop will be simply here removed. And of course we will reset every player at this moment, because we start a new round, and we will set a new event timer in here. And so when the round gonna start, simply here in the update, we're gonna check if the timer is up. If the timer is up, we'll set the new phase, that is the counter-terrorist defending phase. And here we're gonna simply update this to simply set the wall to false, in order to simply make sure that everyone can leave the spawn. Next we have the TT planted, that we don't do. And if at some point the game is finished, so this means that we have set it here the end round. We will simply wait at the end of the timer in order to simply start a new round, like here. And we're gonna do the same as before, so go in here, update all of them, set a timer, and etc. So this is our game loop, simply from the start round, 80 defending, TT planted, and end round. So this is the 4 phases that our game have now. For now, sorry for my accent, I see that I start to speak Russian. So yeah. At this point, what we need now is to have the round reset in the player callback. So let's go to the player callback, and let's start by adding things that we need. So in here, first thing that we will need, it will be to add here the update game state, in order to be sure that when we are joining and the player is attached, we are updating the number of players that have been spawned. So this can go from waiting for players to starting phase. Now we're gonna go to the end of it, and here we're gonna simply remove the respawn function, because we don't need it anymore. And in our update state, we're gonna simply change everything here by this. So update dev state will simply now as an owner add or subtract a live player count, and as a client we're gonna show or not the interface. And of course we will do the same as we did with the weapon and etc. By the way, we're gonna go to the weapons here. And at first we're gonna change here this little is owner to the weapon index equal 0 and to the set weapon 0, like so. And of course, in here at the top, we're gonna change it in the editor, but we don't want anymore to have a second weapon when we start the game, because now we don't really need it at the starting. Of course, if you want to add it, you can use the variables here as followed. So primary, secondary, that are set it here in order to respawn the player with the correct weapons. But I think you prefer to have just simply a pistol when you start the game, and yeah. So yeah, I'm assuming that's okay for that. So let's go to the player callback, and now in the player callback we need to create a new function. It will be the reset round function. So let's create it, and yeah, so reset round will take the winner team. So yeah, first let's add this little getter in the game controller thing here, like so. So this will make sure that we can access the game phase currently. Yeah, that's it. So later we will need the winner in order to know who wins, who don't win, and to make something on the player. So as a owner of the entity, we're gonna check if we are not starting the game currently. So we are not in the starting phase. Yeah. So first, if you are in the starting phase, we will simply set the energy for everyone to 0. This way we are sure that players everyone starts with the same amount of energy. Why? Because if we are not in the starting phase, this means that if we are dead, we first gonna set that we are no more dead, and next, if we are waiting for players here, we're gonna reset the energy to 1, and we're gonna respawn the player with its life points and in his base. So as followed here. And if we are in the start round, we're gonna check if we are under 4 energy points. If we are under 4 energy points, this means that we will start with 1 point of energy. If we haven't been dead, we will gain 1 energy point each round. And of course, we're gonna be respawned with a full life and at our spawn. So yeah, that's it. That's it for that part. So now we have this done. What do we need in order to make this work? So first we're gonna head to the player controller in here, and we're gonna add a new change. Very simple. After the attach, we're gonna add this override for control gained in order to show the UI, because this way it make the UI appear at the correct moment if you have a bad connection and etc. So it's a little polish. So yeah, so now let's see what we miss. We miss mainly the GUI that we need to now update. So let's head to the GUI, and now in the GUI, what do we need? So in our GUI we need 4 new variables. So let's add them, and let's add for this one an quick access getter and setter, like so, and only a setter, like so. This we will head to the player setup controller in here, and in the GUI yeah, please. Oh, I didn't see that. we controller current dot team. We're gonna make it equal to the event team enumerator as followed. So this way our UI knows which team we are, and based on that we're gonna simply have a simpler implementation for the points. So this way we have an ally score text and an enemy score text. This way it's I'm pretty sure that it will be great. And for the timer we're gonna have another thing that will be the timer script that we will add just now. So in here we're gonna create a new UI underscore timer, and the underscore timer will be very simple. You will see it very soon. It's simply a text that we will get, and we will have an init function in which we're gonna just simply set the next timer, and this will have a countdown from the value that we have in this to 0, and we will use the float to time function that we have in our UI cooldown class already. And yeah, so pretty good. Let's check what we need now. So now we don't need much. We simply now need to go to our Snow 2 and add the UI. So I will do a little time lapse, and yeah, you know how it's working. So now we have our UI. Let's add the component of timer in here, because yeah, it gets its own text by himself. Let's go to the UI and let's add the ally score and the enemy score text, and of course the timer in here. So don't forget to maybe set the timer to wait for players and etc. So this way it looks better. Yeah, pretty sure that it's good. Let's make the flash in front of everyone. It's good like this, and I think we good. What we need now? Yeah, let's go to the drops. Let's here go to add a new tag. Let's name it drop. So this way every drop of weapon we will have will disappear at the end of the round, like so. Yes, and let's see what we need. Yeah, so let's head to the preferable of the players. Here, let's select every one, and here let's make sure that we don't have any secondary weapon. So this way we add primary only. Okay, very good. And listen. What do we need now? I'm pretty sure it's everything we need. We only need now a game object that we will name underscore walls, like so. And this little dude now will help us to be sure that players will be locked down in a little spawn square. So another time lapse will start in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, so now let's add a little material in here. So material, do we have a material? Of course we have one. Oh, let's name it walls. So yeah, here I will not go through any bizarre iteration of materials. I will simply use a transparent normal material that will be simply like this. And yeah, I will remove the receive shadow and the cast shadow thing from it, and so this way our players cannot go from our little spawn physically. And yeah, very good, very good. So let's hide this because we don't need that. Let's put it like this. Let's save this scene, and now we can try our game. So here, as you can see, when we spawn, the countdown goes, the round gonna start. You can see that players are in here like they need to be. And now if we go with a player on the other side of the map, of course, like this, you can see that the energy amount was been resetted. So here, let's kill this dude. Oh no, he's dead very soon. Oh yeah, if he drops his weapon at the floor, we kill the other one. Yeah, very, very long process. Yeah, he's dead. Oh my god. So weapon has been dropped. You can see that my team gain a point. On the opposite side, the other team see that the enemy team have gained a point. You can see that the enemy team now don't see the guns on the floor because drops were visited. And yeah, you can see that another one has started. And now when we go on the other side with our abilities, you can see that I can kill someone. Yeah. Yeah, I know. We need better weapons next time. And yeah, he will be dead soon. When he's dead, oh, he's dead. Yeah, you can see that the opposite team now gets the point. We can take weapons from the ground. If we have weapons that have been, used, they are refilled. So you know this. And yeah, so voila. See this this is it. So I will not demonstrate that the fact that at the end of 3 minutes it restarts, but you know, it's here and it's worked very good, I think, for what it is. It's pretty simple logic. We only used what we've seen since now, so states, events, and that's it. So yeah, very good. Have a good day. I personally have started today my challenge. If you want to see the last video of the perfect routine challenge, you can go see. I'm pretty okay with it. I'm feel better. So yeah. Thank you for watching. Follow us on the social medias. Don't forget about that. And yeah, so remember to code every day and see you soon. Vandalhalla, what's that? It's a game in development by Sandstorm game studio, a young indie game studio which want to start their journey with an online fast FPS game. Vandalhalla will be fast-paced and easy to learn how to master a game. In this game, your equipment will be based on 4 weapons or skills, chosen freely. We call them abilities. They compose your loadout. From rocket launchers to grapplings, including toy guns filled with holy water, your choice is vast. Choices you will make will influence drastically your playstyle. In fact, our game balance is based on an ancient game that is 1000 years old, the famous rock, paper, scissors. Basically, when you are fighting, there will be situations in which you will have facilities to kill some loadout, but your opponents plays the same game as you and they could have bonus damage against you as well. Right now you have 40 different abilities in order to create chaos in your game. Among these 90,000 combinations, I'm sure you will find the one you like. You will be also equipped with a gravity gun, which will allow you to move around the entire map without any difficulty. Your choice of loadout will also change the behavior of your gravity gun. So now, if you want to be the horse and the horseman, you can. But if you prefer to be Neo from Matrix, with a jetpack, it's possible. To have fun with all these features, nothing could be simpler than a huge city in which zones will be designated to organize a zone capture game and at the same time a team deathmatch. Go ahead and vandalize this city, after all you are participating to Vandalhalla, the Vandals Paradise! If you want to help us and see the project evolve and get released, follow us on YouTube, Instagram and Twitter.